Today we're going to draw a sketch of an eye up close, kind of an artistic view, and I'll get started with the top of the eyelid, and we arch up and down like that, and then we'll go right here inside of it, and we will draw the top of the eye, and we're going to bring it down into a little hook right here, which will be the tear duct, and then back around the bottom of the eye. And eyes are shaped all differently, so you know, it's okay if it's a little bit different than what mine is. So now we're going to take and double our line here, and this is going to be our actual lash line. This is the area where the lashes grow off the eyelid. So we're going to start doing some eyelashes, and some of them cross. Yeah, they're kind of all different directions. The ones on this side are usually a little bit shorter. Then we'll go down here. Oh, let's do some in the corner here. We'll go down here and we'll draw some on the bottom. You want to leave a little bit of space between this line and where your lashes begin. So just kind of do some short ones right here. They cross too. They twist up sometimes. And take that all the way to right about here. Okay, so next we're gonna darken this area a little bit more, because that is the edge of the tear duct, and then we're gonna shadow this area right here just a little bit. Then we can go up here and shadow the lash line. Just give it a little bit of gray there. Create your 3-dimension. Just right in that area. You can go up here to your first line up here, which is the top of your picture. That's going to be your fold of your eyelid. You can do some little shading on that too. Just like that. Kind of make it a little bit 3-dimensional. And then you're going to want to come right here at about 1/4 of the way into the eye, and you're going to make the iris. So make a big round loop and back up. You'll want to go in the center of this iris and actually make your pupil, and we'll color it in. Now have you leave a little area of white right here in the center, and we'll come back to that in just a bit. There's a purpose for it. Let's go ahead and color in the pupil right here, and then you want to go to the edge and actually just kind of rough it up. Just make little lines out from it. If you look really close at people's eyes, there's little lines that come out from the pupils. Some are longer than others, like this one for example, juts up here. Everybody's eyes are slightly different. So you want to do like that. Now we're going to take a little area like this and like this, and we're going to color this in dark as well, and there's a reason for that also. Let's take a little square before we begin, right about here, and leave that little square white. So you're going to darken in all of this area around it right here. All of this area gets dark. Now it looks a little odd right now, but in the end it will make sense. Just color all of this area in. Okay, so now we're going to go up here to the center of the square and draw just one straight line down through it. And we're going to come down here and draw a couple of lines through that as well. Right there. Okay, now we'll go to the edge of the eye here, and we will put a few little veins right inside the eye there. Kind of looks a little bloodshot, but if you look up close on eyes, you'll often see that that's how they actually look. And you can start taking some straight lines down around the iris here, just like this. Because irises are very, very, I'll call them liney. They have lots of lines in them. I'm going to go to the very edge of the iris, darken it in, because most people have a really dark area right around the edge of their iris. Kind of borders the color of their eye. Okay, then we'll take some little edges up in this as well, just like we did around the pupil. And that is kind of like a border around the color. And all eyes vary, so you can kind of make your own little streaks or lines in here, and that works well. And we'll go right here about the center of the eye, and we'll go ahead and do a line down like this, and that's going to be a tear. We're going to have a tear coming out of this eye. I'm going to make this line a little bit more prominent right here. So if we go down below the tear, I'm just going to shade it in this area. It will make it appear a little bit more three-dimensional, like the tear is kind of popping out just a little bit further than the eye, which it would naturally. Do a little bit of shading right here. And back like that. The more shading you do, the better. Kind of gives it a more lifelike appearance. I'll do a little bit of shading around this area too. Just kind of helps it to look a little bit more realistic. Usually in the corner of the eye, I like to go a little bit darker. Just because there's a shadow that naturally appears in the corners of eyes like this. You can just darken this up a little bit. You want to go back through and darken up your lashes. And on the top as well. To make them pop just a little bit more. The corners are always a very good thing to darken in a little bit as well, because of the shadows. A little bit more darkening here. And we'll go back up here to this white area that we left. And this we darken in also. And what these little white spots are here is a reflection in the eye. So this is intended to be a window. These are two panes of the window. And these are just reflections possibly bouncing off. It may be a shelf or something in the home that's more illuminated. So this dark line here gives the impression that there's a shadow there and that the light's coming through the window, and here on the pupil of the eye as well. So that is about all there is to drawing an eyeball up close. And you can change it a little bit if you want to, but basically that's the gist of how to do it. Thank you for watching.